Your port of embarkation was Berlin, is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
May I ask if you've come to Britain on business?
No.
Pleasure, then?
Yes, just pleasure.
Are you carrying any weapons?
No, sir.
Will you please come this way?
That's all right. I'll just take a look at the case.
Help yourself. I have to do this again at customs?
Oh, no. I think we can see to that all right. Sorry about this. Don't want to be unfriendly with you chaps. You know how it is. Regulations.
Sure.
Thank you for your cooperation, Major. If we can be of any service while you're here, you won't hesitate, will you?
I won't need any help, thank you. All finished?
It won't be a moment, sir. Will you just wait?
Life itself is designed for one purpose, and one purpose only. That is the expansion of consciousness through experience. That is why today, any moonshot man may make is so cataclysmically important to planet Earth.
Could it be the moon that keeps me awake? No, I just never sleep.
You are Scorpio. The Scorpio personality needs to understand the meaning of regeneration, for you are in a constant state of rebirth through your alternate levels of spirituality and sensuality.
I'm sure what you say is true. Is there any solution for me, Mr. Smith?
Perhaps if we met in less formal surroundings, I may be able to help you more easily.
All these distractions make true concentration almost impossible.
All right. Whatever you say.
Why don't you come to my flat this evening? I'm sure you'll find it much more satisfactory.
You're very kind.
Your case is serious enough to arouse my professional interest, that's all.
You are German, aren't you?
By origin, yes.
Your English is excellent.
Thank you.
You must have lived in this country a long time.
Yes, a long time. I came just after the war.
Germany, during the war, must have been very difficult.
Very. Very difficult. Shall we say at 7?
That's fine. I didn't realize that you were able to get away from your office so early.
Oh, I always leave promptly at 5.
I see. Well, until this evening then?
That will be 10 shillings.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Tonight? Next.
Did he help you?
Of course he didn't. He's a fake. Do you have a match, please?
Didn't you like the show, love?
No, I find it rather monotonous.
I always knew I went for class. You've got it, my love. You've got it.
Thank you.
I'll show you something here. This is something you haven't seen. There they are. You have to fire with them. There's one.
you're gonna do fine. The first time's always bad.
It's not that. I'm afraid of losing you. What if you never know that word? Wouldn't that be terrible?
No. We'll know it.
It would be such a waste. Such a dreadful waste. The world can't afford to waste us, can it?
Well, of course it can't. That's why it won't. Stay here.
Darling, I want you to promise me something.
Sure, if I can.
I don't want to be captured.
You're not going to be.
Promise, you'll never let me be captured. I couldn't stand that.
I promise.
Andrew. Oh, darling, it's you. I know it's you. Oh, darling, how long? So long. I knew it would be like this one day. Just turn a corner, and there you'd be. And I ran. And the moment actually came, all I could do was run like a silly schoolgirl.
Celeste.
Andrew. How have you come? Why are you here? Do you live in London? No. Are you still?
Yes.
Where?
Berlin.
But now you are here.
Yes, I'm here.
How long have you been here? Weeks, I suppose.
2 hours.
And you came to find me, didn't you? Of course you didn't. But say you did, even if it isn't true. It couldn't be true. You must have thought I was still in Paris.
I came to find you. Where did you go when you walked away from me that day?
Do you remember how beautiful it was? La Place Fürstenberg. Where did I go? I went down, Andrew. Just down. Can we get away from here?
Where to?
Anywhere, just away from here. How much time do we have, Andrew?
All the time in the world.
There's still so much I want to tell you, so much I want to know. What shall we do? Where shall we go? Shall we go to the country the way we used to? Would you like that?
Where do you live?
In a garret. Are you married, Andrew?
No, who'd have me?
Aren't you what they call a good catch?
I'm incomplete.
And I have the rest.
Yes.
Do you want it back?
No.
I would like to have a cup of tea.
Excuse me, is there a tea shop around here somewhere?
That's right, Governor. Take the shortcut through the market. You can't miss it.
Thank you.
You want to see a letter I have been carrying around all these years?
My dear Countess Larson, certain friends of yours have led me to believe that it would benefit the cause for which we are all working if I could enlist your interest in a proposition. May I call on you in the immediate future to discuss this matter? Yours sincerely, Captain Andrew Evans.
Captain Evans?
This is good of you to see me.
Won't you sit down? Will you have perhaps some sherry?
Yes, thank you. I'd like that.
My friends tell me you are a recruiting officer.
Not exactly. I'm an American. I'm with the OSS attached to British intelligence. Thank you.
But you do have a school or something.
Yes, there's a special training unit we've set up with the British.
And how did you happen to pick me for such a bizarre activity?
Well, you have all the qualifications. You have the right contacts, the right languages, right reasons.
What could you possibly know about my qualifications?
Everything.
Oh. The all-wise, all-knowing secret service, or whatever you call it.
Exactly.
Cigarette?
This is Russian, isn't it?
Yes. I had a grandfather who was once the Danish ambassador at St. Petersburg.
I know.
Of course. Is there anything about me you don't know?
Not much.
It makes me feel naked.
Lovely.
Tell me, Captain, this work you want me to do, isn't it quite dangerous?
Yes, it is.
I really don't think I'm the right person for it. I have no background for anything ugly, much less brutal.
When you watched your parents being beaten to death by the Nazis, would you call that brutal or just ugly?
You're very forceful, Captain.
I'm determined, Countess. We're not going to win the war with gallantry, are we?
I still don't think I'm the right person.
I know that you are.
And you are never wrong?
If I'm wrong, we'll find out during training. And we'll have you returned intact to all your flowers and frills.
You don't approve of flowers and frills?
In peacetime, I vote the straight flowers and frills ticket. But during a war, my concern is with destroying the enemy. But we won't send you out until we're sure you're ready.
Get out of here. For God's sake, go!
It's all right. I'm here. I'm right here.
My boot, my knife.
I found it.
Give it to me.
Why?
Give me the
What
knife.
are you going to do now? No.
Listen. Listen. Remember my promise to you. I know too much. I can't be taken. All right. Then you must.
I love you. I can't kill you. I love you.
I guess we sent you out too soon.
dich nicht. Bleib still. Du bist ein guter Hund. Ein braver Hund. So ja. Wir sind Freunde. Sehr gute Freunde. So ja. Das ist ein braver Hund. Ja. Bleib still.
Hans, wo bist du?
Would you like anything with your tea, dear?
No, thanks. I don't even feel like tea.
What are you thinking?
About war and peace. Nothing important.
You ever watch the faces of Londoners at evening rush hour? Dulled, flattened somehow by routine. Sometimes I think they've never been quite as alive as they were during the war. And at least they had comradeship, excitement. It's probably the only time in their lives when they really knew where they were going, what they were doing. That's kind of an indictment in a way, isn't it?
I don't believe it.
What do you mean?
You're wrong, and I don't believe one word you've said.
All I said was...
The war didn't bring them one single thing worthwhile. Because if it did, they wouldn't look dull. They'd still be enjoying it. Because war doesn't end. That's the big myth, that you can end a war by signing a treaty. But you can't. The war goes on. It goes on. You can see that, can't you?
Celeste.
No, you can't.
We will return to espionage after station identification.
Just what do you think you're playing at? Apart from everything else, I've had the devil's own time with immigration on account of you.
Hi, George. I'm sorry about that.
I rang you last night in Berlin because I thought you'd be interested. I never thought you'd be fool enough to come barging in here and mucking the whole thing up.
Nobody's mucking anything up, George. I wanted to see her. Is that so improbable or unprofessional or whatever it is you got me charged with?
Under these circumstances, yes.
When are you picking her up?
The police are handling that. As soon as they get my report, I suppose. But you're to clear out of it, you understand?
Yes, George, I understand.
I mean, how's it going to look if you're with her when they bring her in? Wouldn't the papers make a feast of that? Whiskey?
Yes, whiskey. George, let me ask you something.
Come on, let's have it.
Now, how do you know you're not wrong?
Andy, you know, I'm not enjoying this. Do you think I'd let them touch her if I wasn't sure? I've got a sort of bit of something for her, too, you know.
Who found out about her first?
The cops.
Now, why'd they come to you?
Oh, well, you know, it's not every day of the week they have to arrest someone who's got the George Medal and a letter of commendation from Winston. They just wanted to take it a little bit easy.
You checked her out?
Since I phoned you, I've slept exactly 2 hours. The rest of the time I've been digging into our Celeste. She's a bad lot, Andy.
How bad?
There are 2 killings that we're sure of. Very likely more. Not to mention pickpocketing and petty theft and who knows what all. About 6 weeks ago, she took up with a wide boy named Albert Ludlow. Half a dozen arrests, mostly for living off the proceeds. It's not very pleasant. Well, the The police are carrying 2 more murders of German nationals on their books, both without apparent motive.
Ex-Nazis?
That's the thing. One of them was, but the other had no Nazi affiliations. It's possible she just made a mistake, or even that she's no longer able to make the distinction.
Or even that she didn't do it. Well, how did she kill him?
Cyanide gas. We don't know how she administered it. I'm sorry, Andy. Now, let me ask you one. Why?
She said something today. She said wars don't end. You ever think about that, George? States start wars and states stop wars. But people fight them.
And people stop fighting them.
Do they? Always? Most people kill in wartime because they're ordered to. When they're ordered to stop, they stop. But what if you kill out of conviction? What if you truly believe that the enemy is guilty of crimes that can't go unpunished? And what if you train yourself and study and think of nothing else but how to inflict that punishment? Does a formal end of the war suddenly turn all the Nazi criminals into solid citizens just like that? I taught her, George. I trained her. I stripped her of every human instinct she ever had. Well, what'll they do to her?
I think I can promise you they won't hang her. She's still a war hero.
Well, when will you hand her that report?
Well, I was going to do it when they phoned me to tell me that you were larking about.
Hang on to it for a couple of hours. You said you owe her something. So do I. Give me some time.
Not long.
Genuine Roman. Now, look at the workmanship, madam. Isn't it absolutely wonderful how the faces are chiseled? Good afternoon, sir. Forgive me, madam. Something for the lady. A comb, a beauty. No, a fan, genuine ivory. Mink dynasty. Oh, the lady will love it. So you have found something, sir. How splendid. Just what I would have chosen myself. Impeccable taste. What is it?
I'll take this one, please. No, just to the right of that.
This?
Yes, I'll take this.
I shall be seeing you tomorrow at the same time.
Are you here? I thought...
I know, but I had to see you. I'm so disturbed. I can't tell you. Please, just for a few minutes.
Do come in, please.
Won't you be more comfortable without your overcoat?
No, thank you. I am fine.
I told you I think we'll have a much more fruitful session if you just come around to my place.
I know. I intend to. I just had to talk to someone.
Very well. Excuse me a moment.
Now, what was it you were saying?
What I said was, I am an English agent.
Bringen Sie mir das englische Geheimagentenbuch. Please, sit down, Countess. Were you with the two men we captured at Poison yesterday? If you were, I confess we had no idea.
Thank you, Major. No, I wasn't there. I was to join at Remagen. May I take off my shoes?
Huh? Oh, yes, please.
I can never get used to heavy boots. Oh. Why do you watch me, Major? Do you think I carry a knife in my boot? Or a grenade?
Not at all.
But of course, there are other places to conceal weapons.
Why have you come here, Countess?
To request the release of the two Allied officers.
You request what?
You know that the war will be over in a matter of weeks. The Americans are 62 miles from this very spot. And they know you have Captain Evans and Captain Case.
How do they know?
I have informed them. They also know the prisoners are to be executed tomorrow morning. I will tell the Americans that you release them. I will plead your case. And you know, I speak with some authority. You have a choice. Execute these men and suffer the consequences. Or give them to me and stay alive. The war is over, isn't it?
Bring mir einen Wagen und lasse die zwei Gefangenen der Alliierten im Hofe warten.
Jawohl, Herr Major.
I'll see you to the gate.
What about patrols?
You will find no patrols. It has all been evacuated.
Still, it's not entirely free of danger.
No, of course not.
We'll need weapons.
Give it in a revolver. Countess?
Thank you, Major. You will never regret.
Nein, nein!
Get out.
I beg your pardon?
You'll have to leave. I'm expecting somebody.
Oh, that's nice. I could do with some company. I'll help you tidy the place up a bit, shall I?
Albert, let's not quarrel. I've asked you to leave because I have a guest coming. I don't think we need to discuss it anymore.
Oh, this friend, is it a bloke?
Yes.
What's so special about him then?
He's an old friend.
How old?
I've known him a long time, that's all.
One of your posh boyfriends, is he?
Please, go!
I'll be seeing you tomorrow, then.
What?
I said I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, what's the use? Have your fun, love. Just don't let me catch you with him, that's all. Just don't let me catch you.
Did you say something? Come in, it's open.
Where are you?
I'm in the bath. Make yourself at home.
All right, don't be long.
Why? What's your hurry, darling?
I'm anxious to see you.
And so you shall, very soon.
You ought to get rid of him before he tears somebody apart.
Hans wouldn't hurt anybody, would you, darling?
Since when?
I've cured him of that.
Killer dogs can't be cured. They're trained to kill. They'll kill till the day they die.
But I have cured him with love. Don't you believe me?
Maybe. Maybe I'm just jealous. I offered you more assignments?
It's not so easy to find excuses to turn them down.
Maybe you shouldn't.
I said I would wait for you, and I will. But I must confess, darling, the inaction isn't easy to take.
Real fire eater, aren't you? Come here.
Say it nicely. Beg me.
I said, come here, give the wounded hero his just deserts. What are the taxpayers paying you for? Come here. Come here.
Stop it! Stop it, Hans! Stop it, Hans! Stop it now! Hans, stop it!
You didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did. It had to be done. It had to be done. I just made a wonderful entrance, and you weren't even watching.
I'm sorry, darling. You look wonderful.
Oh, it's so wonderful to have you here. Do you like it? It's small. Sometimes I long to just push out the walls, but it's light. I couldn't live without light. Actually, I think it's rather gay, don't you? Oh, how lovely. Thank you, darling. They are so beautiful. They almost make me want to cry. What a wonderful day this has been. I have a bottle of champagne. I have been saving it for special occasions. This is a special occasion, isn't it, darling?
Yes. Very special.
I think I may even have a tiny, tiny jar of caviar. You might as well face it, Andrew Thomas Evans. You and I are going to celebrate in style. Oh, darling, I have needed you so much.
Celeste, you could have had me.
I know. I can't tell you how often I almost went back to you.
Why didn't you?
I couldn't. I can't explain. There was something I had to do. And it's all very complicated. Except that now you are in my arms. And suddenly there is nothing more to do. And everything that seems so complicated isn't complicated at all. Darling, do you remember during the war when we were talking about a lover's world?
Yes.
May I make a confession?
Sure.
I never really believed it until now. But it's true. It's true. You are the most beautiful people in the whole world. Do you know that?
Yes, I know.
I'm sure if we went outside now, people would throw flowers at us. Aren't you?
Of course they would.
You'll have to take off your shoes. It would be madness to run through rose petals with your shoes on.
Madness.
Shall I take them off?
No, wait. Wait! Wait. Come here.
Tell me how it feels to you to be loved by all the world.
No, why should the world love us?
Because we are lovers. We are the most perfect lovers who have ever been.
We're also killers.
We did what we had to. I'm so tired, darling. If you only knew the things I had to do. Oh, there is so much still not done. So much to do. I'm so tired. There is no end.
Yes, there is.
If only I could believe you. If I could just be sure that someone else would care.
I love you, Celeste. I love you.
Please forgive me.